Heyo! KOTG! Good evening, fellas.
What up?
Hello.
Yay, yay.
I forgot to go back and look at the chat while we were kind of hanging out, getting ready. But man, there's a lot of folks in there already just chatting it up. That's awesome. Hopefully not everybody's struggling too bad right now.
I know I was happy to see some rain the other week. It was getting pretty depressing.
You're still watering heavy though, aren't you?
I haven't watered here in the last few days, but whenever we got back from Mexico, I was watering like crazy trying to revive things, because when we left the next day, Saturday, it was like a 92% chance of rain. I thought, I got this. It's good. I got this.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And then it didn't rain for like 8 days. And I don't know if it's a humidity thing or something, because our temperatures have been nice, like comfortable, but something, whatever it is, weather-wise, like all the water in the swimming pool's disappearing, which means that's also why it's disappearing out of the ground so much. And then no rain for, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 weeks, whatever it was. And, we had 20 inches of rain before we needed it. And then when it turns time to need it, but that's part of playing with turf. You're fighting with mother nature. So.
It's actually starting to rain right now at my house. So if I run out, it's because I'm getting my mower back in.
So are you good, Brian?
Yeah, it's running on the end, but I just Like I was telling everybody in the chat, I'm running off a crappy hotel Wi-Fi again, so it should be up and running for you guys, but it's delayed on my end. So like, I don't want to chime in too much because I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes ago is what I'm hearing. But anyways, shout out to everybody in the live chat. Good to see you guys. Papa Molo dropped in, even though he's got to go to work tomorrow. So appreciate seeing him in there and everybody else. I don't know who this probably sleeping is, but hopefully we'll find out a little bit more about them. But shout out to Lucky Green Stripes, gave us $1.99 before the show even started. It was like an hour early or something. So most people didn't get to see that, but I wanted to give a shout out to Lucky Green for doing that. Stream should stay up and running for you guys. Shouldn't have any problem with that. I might be in and out as I'm connecting and stuff like that, but I think we're connected to the server. So you guys have fun talking about summer struggles because, like Justin said, man, Utah desert going crazy right now with rain every single day. We've never seen it like this, and so our lawns are loving it. My ratios actually skipped 2 watering cycles because it's rained so much, so that's pretty awesome. But I guess before we get too much into it, we should probably grab a glass or a water bottle or whatever you got and keep off the grass.
Oh, man, I was on mute. Okay. You guys hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
I unplugged my mic and then I screwed everything up and I was messing with it. Yeah, man, struggles. Shoot. So that's like the opposite struggle that I'm having right now, Brian, because we haven't been getting any rain and it's been pretty darn hot too. So I've been sporadically watering the lawn, but not consistently. And I think I'm really behind the ball on getting my sprinklers set up. I wanted to get them up this weekend, but didn't find the time to get it all done. So hopefully one of these days after work or maybe Saturday morning, I'll get that taken care of. But definitely need to get the watering going because I think anything else that I'm doing, I'm kind of like, hitting around the edges, but without water, there's not much you can really do to stay green over summer here. So, yeah, some folks thought maybe I have some fungus going on, but we just haven't been humid and we haven't had any rain. So I don't think that's what's going on, but we'll see what happens when I start watering more. Hopefully I can bounce back.
Yeah. I think the bad thing is, though, is it gets stressed out like that from drought. So it gets stressed, and then we'll get dumped on by rain, and then the plant already beat up, and then I think the fungus will possibly jump on you.
Sure.
So that's one thing that's even happened to me is I was so bone dry that I wasn't going to make any applications because it was so dry. I didn't want to be on the turf. And then plus the plant being so stressed and dry, it's not going to take up anything anyway. So by the time I got to do it, I had some brown patch, but hopefully we're on the recovery side of that.
So what would you do in that case? Like, what would be the proper kind of response to that? Just light, frequent watering to kind of help wake it up before you switch over to deep, infrequent, or what?
From like the situation you got?
Yeah, like if you were just talking like you have your grass is so stressed, you don't want to overwater or give it too much whatever because it won't even absorb it or whatever. Yeah. Like how would you kind of tackle that?
Well, what I should have done is not watch the weather. and I should know by now that a chance of rain is a chance, not a promise.
Yeah.
But I was betting a lot on them 92 and 90% chances of rain and didn't get anything, but should have jumped on the water sooner instead of trying to recover. But the only thing I know you can do now is just try to recover, like, get after it with some water.
Yeah. Yeah.
My problem is this place is so big that it's like a constant time you water one spot, you get over to the next. It's like you've never been over to the beginning. And that's how I was feeling the Friday before we got that weekend of rain. I was just, It looked terrible. I was about depressed because I'd been chasing my tail for days and not getting anywhere. But the rain, it's amazing how much it satisfies.
Yeah.
And that was a really crazy rain. It took 3 days of, it was like a mist/drizzle for us. And it took 3 days to get an inch and 5/8. Took 3 days. It was weird. So.
Yeah, I put down some this new fertilizer from the Andersons. It's got surfactant in it, and then I watered those areas pretty deep, a good hour in each little zone where I put it down. And this morning, heading out to work, the grass looked a lot better than what it had been. Still obviously it's not going to be totally recovered, but it looked a lot better. So I'm hopeful that if I keep up with the watering, it'll get down in there, and maybe I can get it soft enough to where I can start doing some aeration of some of the hot spots or some of the spots that maybe need a little bit of loosening up. So hopefully I can get to that here soon, and that might help. So how about you, Derek? How are you guys doing out there?
So up to last weekend, we had 2 inches of rain since April 15th. So we started to struggle with the drought. Even under irrigation, I was struggling. Just because I was worried about the overwatering and then possibly dealing with fungicide at the same time.
Sure.
And then I went out of town. I went up to that live golf tournament, and we got that 3.5 inches in 24 hours. And I came home, and I went to my go-to guy. I hit up Olee immediately. I was like, dude, I got a problem. And he steered me in the right direction, and I got some fungicide put down on Saturday. And I just mowed today for the first time since then. And it's come back a lot.
Good.
Since then. I got
good.
The second application again Saturday. It's 2 applications, 7 days increments. But it's just dry. But we're not overly hot.
That's good. Yeah.
Maybe mid 80s, 70s. It's humid. It's very not like overly humid, but it's enough stickiness.
What did you? So I think in your case, it sounds like catching that there's going to be a fungus issue early on probably helped you tackle it right away, rather than like people are like, I don't know what it is because I don't really recognize it. That's where I'm at. I'm like, is it just stress? Is it fungus? I don't really know. So I'm just gonna kind of wait and see what happens, or throw some water on it. But that could be that could just make it worse. But you kind of fungicide, put it down. That helped. Now, will that continue? Like that product, whatever you want, does it have like a residual efficacy so that like with this humidity, with watering now, you're not going to have a higher risk of fungus again somewhere else because you did this application?
Given the fact that, so as a rookie as I am, this is the first successful fescue renovation I've done in my 2 properties. So I've never had to deal with the fungicide to the extremity that I have now. I knew I had heat stress when I left. I saw the color. I already knew I had that problem. Then I came home and I was like, this looks a little different. And so I got down and I did the whole wave across, and I could see it on the leaves, and it was spreading like crazy. And so it blended in really well. So if you didn't get down there and look at it, it was a disaster waiting to happen because it blended in with the heat stress so well. What
did you use?
I used, what was that product, Olee? I sent it to you. It was a chlorothalion. Is that it? Is that how you say that?
But for what you're asking, Bill, like on the drought stress versus some type of fungus or disease, the first thing you'll see if you look at the fescue, normally it's a flat blade. And what it'll do is, and when it'll just start curling up until it looks like a straw. So if you get down, you start looking at it, and you don't see legions, like any type of design or any type of spots, even when it has a fungus or whatever, the blade will still be open, but it'll be sick and it'll start, basically looking like camouflage or something. You'll start seeing.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's fungus because all the fescue looks phenomenal right now. It's all the really fine blade. Like there's like patches where there's no big fat flat blades, and it's just all the little fine ones, and those have kind of like grayed out and like flopped over.
And see, a lot of people
I'll have
think
fescues like looking good mixed in.
A lot of people will think that's a fine leaf fescue, but it's actually that what I call it's needling out because it will just roll right up into like a needle, and it's actually just dehydrated.
Right. Yeah.
So, and the easiest thing to do is, see if you can stick a screwdriver in the ground or take your core plugger and just see if that area is dry.
Oh, it is. It is dry.
Daconil is the product. DACONIL. That's what I use.
Okay. Liquid backpack sprayer or granular?
It's a liquid.
Okay. Cool. And now you got some extra just in case you have something down the road.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate. I knew somebody that was very knowledgeable as much as probably Olee is. And he hooked me up because I looked up the price tag on that shit for a gallon. I do not want to pay for it.
I'm sure.
It was like $225 a gallon.
Yeah, that's a big all at once kind of purchase. Hard to swallow. No, I need it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. That's good. That's helping for you. Yeah, Nate says, I think Lansy. So I tried pulling plugs with a core aerator that I have from Lansy, and it didn't work. So, and they saw a video that I made, and they're gonna send me the solid one. So I'm gonna do some irrigation and try that, poking some holes in those hot spots. I think that'll work a lot better. So to be continued.
Can you put links in the chat? I got a couple guys asking about that.
I don't know. You can try.
I'm about to find out.
Man, we had lightning, and then all of a sudden my internet just went gone. I'm back.
So I don't know if guys in the chat have talked about what they're dealing with, but I'd be curious to see if other folks are having issues where they're either getting too much rain or not enough, and what maybe they're trying to remedy that.
That's crazy. Like
so the question I put in the chat as well. I don't know if you guys are doing it. Maybe I missed it, but
Brian, you're loud as shit.
Put any product down. Oh, sorry, man. I just wanted to make sure you heard me. Hey, you put any product down on your lawn to assist in the heat stress? Maybe it's your headphones, man. I don't know, but I want to hear about, because I know you did the Andersons, so I want to hear a little bit more about that. I think somebody in the chat as well, but we've had Ecology on here for like Hydrotrain. Yeah. If you guys using anything like that to help out.
I've had a lot of folks contact me and say, hey, you should check this out. I did a bag last summer on my front lawn, but I think at that point things were already too far gone that it was of minimal help by then. So I just never got around to getting a couple more bags for this year. So that was something I had in the back of my mind, and people seem to really like it. The folks that I've talked to that have used it, I mean, it's the real deal is what they say to me. So that's a good option that I just haven't tried yet, but definitely something in my back pocket to give a shot one of these days. I don't know. Have you guys ever tried the Hydrotrain?
I did some spots.
Yeah. What do you think?
It honestly didn't help me.
No,
but I'm a low CEC soil and all, and I mean, it honestly, like I've got some localized dry spots that come back every year, and the only thing to really do for those is to go out there and find out what's under the ground or, what's going on. Basically, dig a hole and fix it manually.
Yeah.
I am spraying a wetting agent, hoping to have good luck with that. About every 30 to 40 days, spray a wetting agent.
Okay.
Is that pellet?
The pellet gun it has a wetting agent in it, from like Heritage or whatever.
Yeah.
that's what I'm hitting, like the local dry spots. Like when I come back and they were really bad, I used a pellet on those just to where those areas would accept some water. So by the time we got that rain, all that looks good now.
Nice.
So, but I know the biggest thing with the hydrotane is you have to water it in correctly. You know,
Sure.
if it's not watered in, that's one thing whenever they were on the show that I took from that is how you apply it and get it pushed down in the soil is what's going to benefit you.
So when you're putting down your wetting agent, are you coming back afterward and watering it in, or is it just it is what it is as you water it?
Yeah, the particular one I'm using right now is AquaSync, and it does not have to be watered in. Like a lot of them have, I guess, a good bit of alcohol or something in them that if you don't water it in, you'll possibly burn leaf blades. This one is, you know, it's not so touchy. Like it can sit there or it can be watered in, either one. So
okay, so if you do that, it'll just sit there until your next rain or the next time you irrigate, and just kind of waiting.
Yeah,
and that's what I figured it was the deal with this this granular stuff from Anderson's is it's pellets or little granules, but it's got the surfactants in there with it and a little bit of fertilizer. You know, not very high input or whatever, but as soon as I washed my hands with that stuff on me, though, it felt really slick. Like you could tell like it was working. So I imagine it's something where it would just sit there until you water it in or rain it in. So, but I wanted to get it working now. So I did water it in, but I wasn't afraid like, because there are some spots of the lawn that I haven't actually gotten to yet where I know I put that stuff down, but sprinklers don't quite hit because it's not worked out just right yet. So, you know, the main shots, the main part of the lawn, watered in real nice. I'm hopeful. Hopefully that'll help.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried the it wasn't hydrotane, it was another one on my current yard. But I'm just like Olee's. My CECs are so low. It just there's
Washes
no
out. Goes right
there's
through.
no point.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I mean, just like with my fert applications, it's recommended every 8 weeks. With the Screaming Green, I'm at every 6. I'll see color loss after 5.
So I see Jason Smith. He's saying his changes. He's doing less molasses, more kelp. Is that phosphonate? I don't know what that is. The soil surfactant, wetting agents. He says this has been his best year so far, and still no irrigation. So that's pretty sweet. All right. What else we got? No watering for Kevin. What is the pellet, Olee, that you're talking about? What's that pellet applicator? I vaguely remember that from forever ago, but remind me, what is that?
Basically what it is they have the wetting agent in a solid pellet. And you put it in that. It's like
how big is it? Is it?
It's about as big as this glass right here.
Okay.
So it'd be shorter than a Campbell soup can.
Okay.
So, but about that OD.
As girthy. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
short and stout. Got it.
Tree trunk.
A little pup.
But yeah. And then it would normally. I think they say it takes. I want to say 10,000 gallons to melt that thing down. Dave Lecky probably knows more about how long those pellets last. But
so what is it? Just leaches out the wetting agent or whatever, and over time or something as you water it, just kind of progressively.
Well, the thing about it is you're applying that, and then you have plenty of water with it. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, you know, you're getting it in, you're washing it in, type deal. So, and it's mainly designed to 2,200.
Oh, there you go, 22,000 square feet. Wow.
So. Which I guess some of them have different ratings at how fast they melt, and then everything changes with what kind of water pressure and flow you have, all that type of stuff. But they weren't really good for like hot spots and localized dry spots.
That makes sense.
I've been seeing a whole lot of videos of these golf course guys using them on the greens lately.
Mhm.
It's really taken off.
A lot of this stuff that we do comes from the golf course and just sort of funnels down to us, you know.
Sure. Getting into the whole science of it and all the tricky stuff.
Yep, it's basically like a bar soap, like Jason's saying. It's now some of them have, you know, kelp, or some of them have some type of other stuff added in with the wetting agent, as far as like to try to help it recover from the stress.
Yeah.
Because the bad thing is whenever you see those localized dry spots like that, the plant is just about depleted. You know, I mean, it's about to slap down. Like I was saying, the blades will just roll all the way up to a needle.
Yeah. It's not getting anything, and it's kind of giving up, and whatever it had
does
is kind
that.
of sucked out.
It does that to save itself from just
Right.
really dying.
Yeah. I'm hoping that if I can kind of poke some holes or drill some holes or whatever it may be in those areas and start watering and, you know, surfactant and what have you, you know, that'll help, because we're not, you know, it's still very beginning of June, and I'm already looking like it's mid-July. So I'm like, man, everything came so quick, and I was too late to get water going consistently. So yeah, next weekend I got some things to work on.
Some of those areas like that are really bad. It's those wobblers work really good for that, just to turn on and let them soak.
Oh yeah, sure. I got one of those in the backyard, actually, a nice one from Lowe's or something. So put that out there. Hit it. Do you guys so on Father's Day, which is coming up in a couple weeks or whatever, I just found out that I get the whole day to myself. So we're gonna celebrate with the family on the Saturday, and then the Sunday of Father's Day, it's like yard day, and I might convince her to come out and bust out the GoPro with me and do some fun stuff while we're out there. So I get all day. I don't know. What do you guys have any plans for Father's Day coming up? You guys gonna go out in the yard or not?
Hey, real quick, I wanted to kind of give you guys my secret ingredient for getting the rain to happen. If you guys are in the dry places here around the United States and it's dry, go out and buy yourself a Blackstone griddle.
I thought you was going
for
to
whatever reason.
Banana hammock. I was getting worried.
Whenever my wife and I decide to do a grill up on the Blackstone, it starts raining.
Awesome.
It started back when it was still snowing, so it's kind of carried over into the wetter months and stuff. So, yeah, you don't need Hydrotain, you don't need a Drought Defender, you don't need any of that kind of stuff. Just go get yourself a Blackstone griddle. Serves two purposes: makes it rain and makes some yummy dinner on there as well.
Yeah, that's a one-time purchase too. So sweet. Yeah, all right.
But yeah, to go back to your other question, Bill, about Father's Day, I guess for us a tradition is breakfast in bed, and then kind of, Dad doesn't have to clean up after kids or have to clean up after dinner or any of that kind of stuff. Not necessarily it's not that they don't leave me alone, but they're not as needy.
Sure. Give you a bit of a break.
Man, I'm jumping on a plane.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's right. You're going to Oregon.
Going to Oregon for about 3 days.
Ooh, nice.
So I'm going to get to meet the fellas at Mountain View Seeds. So.
Oh, that'll be cool, man.
So was that a Father's Day gift, Olee, or just happened to?
It just happened to land. It just happened to land on that day. So I'll take it though.
Yeah, man.
I've always wanted to see that facility and see how they produce, clean, harvest, the whole 9 yards. So it's gonna be good. I think I'm gonna take my drone with me, so get some pictures of their fields.
Yeah, man. That'd be kind of cool to see some of the behind the scenes of
where they at in process right now. Yeah, where are they at in process right now? I guess it's growing season, right?
Just growing. I don't think they'd start harvesting yet. I'll know come the 19th. I'll be able to tell you. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Watch them get to see how they clean it, bag it, the whole 9 yards. So it's gonna be neat.
Are you gonna try to walk away with a few bags of fertilizer? Or are you sticking with the Artemis going forward?
I'm sticking with the Artemis for sure, but I doubt I can. That'd probably be super expensive as a carry-on, because once you pass 50 pounds, don't they?
Yeah, that's
They
true.
nail you pretty hard.
It'd be cheaper just to ship it anyway.
Fill your pockets, man.
There you go. I heard they're weighing people now on airplanes and charging you extra, I think, or something.
What?
I don't know. Some airlines are doing that somewhere. Maybe just to balance you out so that the plane doesn't.
I can tell you this much is how bad it is whatever they allow you the bag to weigh is, I can't remember what it is. It costs like $30 and I think you can take 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But when we came back from Mexico, we had a bag that was 11 pounds over and then it cost an addition $104.
Yep.
But to get that bag home, 11 pounds over cost $134 because it already paid the $30 up front.
Mm-hmm.
Check a bag. It's insane.
That's how they get you. Oh, bastards. Nickel and diamond, man. That's what it is.
I need more than 300 pounds.
Well, Olee Papa wants you to bring Aubrey with you for some content.
That would be fun. Maybe she can go when she's older. It's hard to have a serious conversation with a 3.5-year-old.
That's true. They do tend to command your attention for sure.
Sometimes she's like a broken record. It's so, until she gets what she's asking for, it's just over and over. So
I know that pain.
So speaking of Father's Day, the Equip Expo is coming up here this fall, months away. But Ole's got a discount, right, for folks that are considering going. Is that still going on?
Yes, sir.
A half off?
Yeah, until September the 7th, it is with the 50% off. It is $12.50, and then after that, it will double. It'll be with the 50% off. It'll be $25. And the way I look at it is we all piss away $12.50 at the gas station. So if you're thinking about going, pay the $12.50. If you don't go, yeah, you're out $12.50. But if you wait, the longer you wait and you decide to go, the first year I went, I paid $80-some to get in the gate, and I had to stand there for 2 hours. So yeah, definitely register up front. So you registered, ready to rock? Yeah,
buddy.
Got mine.
Don't show that QR code too much. It might get snapped on the video.
So basically, if you're on the fence, do it, man. Then that might be the little get your foot in the door to kind of give you the extra nudge to follow through.
That's a good way to look at it too. If you go ahead and register, then you're more liable,
committed,
to go.
And I will have to tell you guys, you do have to put the code in at the very beginning. Right now, I started the registration. I somehow missed that spot, and I'm trying to get back to find out where to put the code in so that I can finish registration.
I thought
Don't be like me.
I thought it was at checkout. Is it not?
No, it's at the beginning. It apparently asks you
referral code or something.
What your code is, yeah.
What is your code, Olee?
TFF50.
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 I used it.
TF.
Boom.
Tall type fescue,
All
right?
right. Justin's got a leg in. All right.
The fescue
Nice.
freaks.
Oh, the fescue freak. So it is.
Derek's committed. He's going. And then
Sleeping in my car.
It'd be
Yeah,
pretty
buddy.
cool if we had enough people, as the years go on, that we could have like a meet and greet or something, or rent a place or something of that nature. That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, if depending on how many people.
There we go.
This guy.
Yeah, there you go. He needs to.
He's going to be there.
And he's bringing the stash, right?
That's worth $12.50 just like that,
Oh my goodness.
I'd give him $12.50.
We got to stay on him to make sure he does go.
That's a rough time for him. You know that, right?
He has a good time. He keeps everybody awake all night with his snoring, and we all pick on him the next day. It's
No,
all
I'm saying his from what he was saying, that's like right
Oh yeah,
worst time for his work. Yeah,
he's got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah. I told him he better show up. I'm making it. He's making it.
It's just work. There's always more work.
This might be the only time I'll get to go here anytime soon, so I want to make the most of it.
And Simple Lawn Solutions is putting something on, like having a meet and greet type thing one night.
Yeah, she had said they were thinking about that last time I think she was on. So they are for sure doing something this year. They've said they're going to work on something. That'll be cool. Yeah. Sweet. Well, yeah, so if you're on the fence, man, get a ticket and talk to the wife or the husband. And come hang out. Be fun. We also have a lawn of the week this week. I don't think we have music or anything.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you started a little early, so
Sorry.
wasn't quite ready for it.
We all got to say a little something for Zach to get feeling better.
Oh man.
Yeah, everybody wish Zach a speedy recovery.
Them zippers is rough, Zach. We're sorry.
Took some NyQuil and laying his little head down right now.
Oh man.
You're thinking about you, Zach.
That poor guy.
Zippers is rough.
You got that poo-poo platter.
Well, if you're a longtime KOTG listener, fan, follower, hanging out with us, we do a little thing called Lawn of the Week. KOTG Lawn of the Week. Is he just running around? What's he doing?
No, I just read Nate's deal. He's giving away mustache rides at GIE.
My screen's so small.
All
Oh,
right.
my goodness. That'll be awesome. So, if you're proud of your lawn, all the hard work you put in, and you're posting pictures online, posting reels, use hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week, and you'll enter yourself into our weekly contest to see who's got the lawn of the week. Not all lawn stripes, but stripes are hard to ignore for us cool season guys. But this week, our winner is Alex Levias. Levas. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Levas Lawn. There we go.
Lavis_lawn. Yep.
Oh, I
This is
so
new to the game too.
I so did not spell that right.
That's pretty
He's
good.
in the
man.
chat.
There he is.
Yeah, he's in there.
Hey-o. Got the little attachment capable tools there. I had some Ryobi expanded when I first started doing my stuff, and it was nice space saver for sure. Right on. Eternal Glory bragging rights and his choice of a bag of Pro Pete fertilizer, 25-pound bag, whatever you can find on the Home Depot website or their fossil product also. And then it may take a minute to get it out to you, but we do it in batches, so to speak.
Yeah,
So,
I just realized I made a list of everybody last night, and I realized I'm behind quite a few weeks. So I'm going to be reaching out to you guys that have won and get your information. And Pro Pete, it's not Pro Pete's fault; it's all my fault. I'm forgetting the name. I'm their contact, so I'll get that out to you guys as soon as I can.
So he's got his choice of what any NPK he wants, and what type of prill size, as far as greens grade, standard. He can choose fairway, whatever he wants.
Or you can go with their other product, Fossil.
True.
Which, a couple winners have gone with it, so I use it. I use it in my lawn as well. Love it. So, yeah, good stuff.
I did a bag of that with my overseed last fall.
Plus, he just got his invite to the Lawn of the Week Club Discord, so
That's
pretty
right.
big deal now.
President handing out invitations.
Justin, why don't you give everybody a little sneak peek of what goes on over the Discord? Why is this such an exclusive club, and why would people want to join it?
Well, because you got to win Lawn of the Week to get in. And then you
First
get to
and
chat with me
foremost.
all day. And then it's I don't know, just a bunch of grass holes chatting about whatever we feel like. Most of the time it's grass. Sometimes it's other things.
Well,
it's
you
good.
can
It's
imagine a good club of everybody. I mean, you've seen how good everybody's lawn's looking, so some of you guys know what you're doing. So it's kind of nice to talk to those people who are like-minded like you and bounce some ideas. You guys probably give out information and a little bit of knowledge in there as well. So a good place to be.
Yeah, we're a little rough around the edges, kind of a sarcastic bunch. So,
Gotta have a thick skin, huh?
Survive though.
I wouldn't
gotta have
expect
thick skin.
anything less. Yeah. Gotta hold your own in there.
Don't join if you need a safe place. Right?
I mean, Dave Bilecki's in there, so
I can only imagine.
take that for what it's worth.
Dave.
All right, so for summer also, I mean, do you guys have any other summer plans for your lawn, or you just kind of sit back and let it go dormant? Who tries to keep their grass green all summer long? Olee? I know Olee, you was that last year that you did like 200-something thousand gallons?
Yeah, and it's probably going to be again this year. It's real funny because, I'm on town water. So they called me several weeks ago and they're like, hey, you're not using any water. And I was like, no, ma'am, it's raining. There's no point in using it.
We were anticipating your revenue.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
And I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, so I got my ass chewed out for using, over 200,000 gallons in 30 days. And now I'm getting questioned why I'm using no water. And I'm like, what the devil? And then we hit that dry spell, and I stopped by there because I had to sign something, talking about just basically like the rules or whatever. And she's like, I noticed you've been watering. I was like, yeah. So for her to say that, so it's probably going to be pretty bad.
They're like, Olee, I have a down payment for a Corvette, and I'm waiting for your to come in.
It might be for the tires of the Corvette, but it ain't that.
Working on commission.
All right, so Bill, how do you keep your grass green going for the summer? I guess you do water though, huh? You have a sprinkler system.
Yeah, I got a little setup I do. So I'm going to bust out my timers and kind of get them all situated and kind of dial in the fan size and where to put the rotating ones and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll set up my timers. I'll probably start with an hour twice a week. I did get some of those little cups where you can kind of put those around and measure. I got them off Amazon. I don't eat enough tuna and don't have enough little clear plastic tubs. So I was like, whatever, I'll order some. So you had 10 little cups. So I figured I'd kind of put those around and see kind of, how long it takes to get half an inch. I've never done a real good accurate measurement. So could be a minute. But yeah, definitely irrigating. And then, if I keep up with that, I'm hoping maybe I'm going to just do another application of the liquid lawn aerator, keep going to kind of push some of the wetting agent, the surfactant, whatever, periodically, kind of similar to what Olee has been doing, maybe a couple times throughout the summer. That helps that water penetrate down and keep it green. So we'll see. Nothing too fancy, but hopefully something like that with the water will help it limp through summer.
Have you guys seen that meme video that's going around about the guy sitting on the couch and his wife's asking about $1,200 in 7 days, and he says that I'll spend that if they're serious. They'll spend that. I can imagine that's how we're all going to be. Our wives are going to be in the summertime when they get the water bill. See what we've been paying.
I know. If it's anything like last summer, it's gonna hurt.
So
I'm
Bill,
actually,
you
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, Justin.
I'm actually a little stressed this year because we've had so much rain.
Yeah.
We're getting rain every day, and now I'm worried that come August, when everything dries out, my roots are just gonna be sitting right there on top.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what to do about that. Like, it's
Yeah,
almost
record
too much of a good thing
snowfall,
at this point.
and now all the rain
Yeah.
that's
That's a
coming
good-
through.
That's a good point that you just made. And I wonder how many of us is actually going through that, because we had like 20 inches of rain in the first, 4 months of the year. And I'm sitting here thinking, you know, the whole goal is to drive roots and build, you know, far as fescue or cool season is to be built up to where you can handle the summer.
Yeah.
Well, heck, the grass really got pansified because it was fed water so much that,
Yeah.
you know, who knows if that ain't the reason all of us all of a sudden plummeted because it turned dry. Because, you know, if you water a lot and you water lightly, you know, you have a shallow root system that cannot live through the drought. So that's something I've thought about too. And that's a good statement.
I mean, I see it every year. You know, you see the people who water every day, and then the temperatures get into 90, 100 degrees, and their lawns start browning up immediately. And then you got the guys who water every 3 to 4 days, and they're pushing through that hot season a little better. So that's for this year. That's my biggest concern. I don't know. I've never had to deal with it, so we'll see what happens. I might be watering a little more frequently than I'd like to.
Last
We'll see.
last fall when I did my overseed, I intended to aerate, but things didn't work out. This fall, I'm gonna rent a machine myself and do it myself and try to hit it real thorough, and then do a real heavy overseed. So even if, say, these things I'm trying this summer don't really work out and the lawn takes a hit, you know, I'm going to be working on it in the fall anyway. So I'm not too worried. I'm kind of looking at it as like an opportunity to try a couple new things, see if anything kind of really helps, and kind of go from there and maybe learn something this summer, trying some new stuff. So if it doesn't work, it's okay. There's always fall, at least with us cool season guys.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing is we have our season in the spring. Things kind of go down in the summer, and that's when the warm season guys start shining. And then we pop back up in the fall time and shine again. So just kind of short little break in between the two good seasons, I guess you could say. So, but yeah, no, I'm very surprised this year. Like I said at the beginning, I have not had to run my sprinkler systems. Maybe I can remember like 3 times so far this year that the lawns needed rain. You know, Utah's crazy. Like one week I looked at the forecast and it was going to rain all week long. The next day I look at it again and it's no rain at all for a week. And then 3 days later I look at it again and it's rain every day almost for the next week. So for us, we can't really predict. So we just kind of, that's what's nice about having that sprinkler system. But yeah, it seems like almost every night for the last 2 weeks now, we've had rain every single day. So I keep skipping the water cycles, and then saves me money. So I'm happy with that. But you know, like to Justin's point, I don't know when I don't know how good my roots are going to be when it does start warming up. You know, it might look really good right now, but you know, in a few weeks it might go dormant real quick. I might be watering a bunch. And I've never used, you know, I've never used a wetting agent before in the 3 years I've done it. So it seems like more and more are coming into the market. So I'm kind of interested to see all these other people trying all these different stuff. Somebody mentioned a Drought armor I guess Petra Tools is doing Drought Armor, and you got Turf Titans doing Drought Defender, and then you've got the pellet system. So I don't know, it's like becoming more and more common, I guess, readily available for people to get on and start using that kind of stuff.
So I know I've had some folks that have said, the term like liquid aerator is kind of misleading because it's not really like nothing's going to replace actual mechanical aeration. At least that's my understanding. But if we're talking about guys like us that are really trying to kind of, get every extra little edge we can by doing some things, and it's fun for us, so we take the time to do it. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't think anything's going to replace watering your lawn if it's hot and dry. You can maybe cut back on it with some of these things, which is kind of my hope, is that some of this stuff will let me either get away with less water or use similar amounts of water as I did last year. But the grass does better with that than it did last year because of these few things I'm doing on top of the watering. I don't know. I think I'm excited to see if it helps. I've read some things that they do help at least kind of break up the soil and let water kind of percolate through. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to get out of it. Nothing, no magic cure or anything, but give me that extra little bit on top.
Now, is it seaweed that also helps? Because LTZ saying the sea hume from Simple Lawn Solutions works.
From what I've read, that it does, and I'm going to be using some of that myself. I don't know if that's a quick fix type thing or if it's takes time to see progress, but it's all good stuff for your lawn. But I don't know if you can. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I haven't really used it a lot yet.
What about molasses? Olee, is that something for dryness too, or is that something totally different?
Yeah, I would say totally different. It's more to. I don't think it's going to help you far as that. The molasses more is like feeding the plant some sugar, giving the plant some iron, calcium, potassium. And then also once it gets washed down into the soil, it basically gives a sugar rush to the microbes, which, are what turns a lot of stuff available to the roots. So then you see a green up from that. But I don't think it far as it does help for stress. I would say that. Because it does help sort of energize the plant.
Not necessarily a heat stress, but
no, probably more of like recovery. Like some of the stuff that's like we were talking about those pellets. Some of the pellets have like sea kelp and different things in those pellets to help. The plant was so dry and beat up. Now it needs to, it needs a Snicker bar. It needs to jump back. It needs some Gatorade. So. Yeah, a lot of those pellets have stuff in there to try to help it jump back.
Yeah. All right, guys. Looks like Justin's also having some computer problems as well. He's kind of bouncing in and out. He just said his computer died, so it's kind of one of those nights. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, coming into the live chat. We've had a good steady amount of people. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
Always supporting us every week, even through our technical issues. And then obviously shout out to Derek and Justin, who moments notice jump on with us when we've got some other live cast members not coming on or when we want to hear some other point of views. So thank you guys for joining the cast tonight. But next week, we've got another company coming on board. They're going to come talk to you guys, and it's kind of around a good time to do it. But we have Lawn and Pest Supply. They're going to be joining us next week to talk a little bit about insecticides and, whatever else they sell. So if you guys want, go check them out. Lawn Pest Supply on Instagram, kind of know them, and then come armed with your questions for next week's chat as well.
Heck yeah, I'm excited. This is a new folks to me, so this will be fun.
Yeah. But so thanks again for joining us and hanging out with us on a Tuesday night.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
And we will see you guys next week. Go Hawks.
Peace.